Alrighty then, welcome back for some more Danganronpa. Check Happy Havoc, and I guess we shall continue on with our debate over here. How did the murderer get inside the dorm? Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Wait, where did you get that? What is this? Do I remember a note? There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Okay, Sayaka. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Incredible! And here I thought about that notepad, and thinking about that classic method. She did end up using that.
And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Yep.
Huh?
So wait, what does this mean? Sayaka wrote that for the murderer?
Which means, only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note... Sayaka wrote it?
but why? Why would she write that?
I guess that explains it. It explains everything.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
No effect on you? Unless you wanna break the fourth wall again. Don't you think this would have an effect on you? Okay.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Jesus, now we're getting so deep into this.
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh! Non-stop debate. Damn it, Celeste. The dorm nameplates. Oh god. I still don't understand this.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see.
Damn it.
So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even
That
if
was
someone
wrong.
did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The reason the killer went to my room and not Sayaka's, despite what the note said, it must be because...
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Makoto.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
Is that it? Damn it! Your meaningless words tire me. Please stop wasting my time. Oh, I need to consider this carefully one more time. There must be a contradiction in here somewhere. My weakness.
Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes,
In the
indeed.
note,
Makoto.
The place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The reason the killer went into my room and not Sayaka's, despite what the note said, was because...
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
Is that it? Damn it! That's not it! Shoot! Okay, let me just
But in the note, it specifically
So if someone read
Oh,
that
fast
note,
forwarding,
then
my
they would
god.
have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that...
Oh, there you go.
No, that's wrong.
Break!
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
they got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Yes.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
Yes.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Oh.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. Well, it wasn't me. Or was me? No. The killer! The killer had to be the one to switch the nameplates. Hey, sorry to burst your bubble, but... They had no idea that they were actually in your room, right? Actually, yeah, you're right.
Shoot!
Well, it was Sayaka? Oh god, I only have like 2 hearts over here.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? It makes sense now.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
And also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room. It wouldn't make sense that she wanted to switch rooms and then also change the nameplates. Well, she could have just sent that someone to her own original room. And also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out!
We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
Okay, well at least I have some lead on this.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Definitely.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because there was glitter on her wrist. That's it. Actually,
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Wait, so that actually means that the murderer used... Okay, so the murderer used the sword. And broke her
There,
wrist.
her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
Did I hear Celestia there?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Oh my god, we have so many things to learn about non-stop debates. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple proof bullets into your truth cylinder. Oh man. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. Oh no. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the key button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Alright, press on release. Or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. Oh, so the higher the difficulty, the more evidence I have to like switch between and find the right evidence for the right statement. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh, okay, we already have like a difficulty on mean, but it doesn't matter because we can dance. We can dance. Free truth bullets, okay. Replica sword sheet, kitchen knife set.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's not it.
My Zono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit
Damn
took
it.
that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
No. No, this is not it. You fools. Ah, I have to think. The sword was used first, and the knife came afterward. Is that really the order of events? That leads to some unexplained details. Okay, so the murderer used the sword. Sayaka used the knife.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's not it. Yes, I see. So what you're saying is... I have absolutely no idea. Shoot! Oh man! There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. I need to think fast.
Broke out. The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Nope, that's not it. Damn it!
Shoot!
There must be a contradiction. I'm gonna die.
The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong.
The sheet? Ah, my brain.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Well, there you go.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Oh.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Well, yeah, there you go.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Am I an idiot? I didn't understand that debate over there.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
Well, yeah, I assumed that the kitchen knife would be at first, but... Okay, clearly I didn't understand the debate over there.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
Nope, I'm sorry, Taka. You're completely wrong. Not saying that you're a disappointment, but you're wrong.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Yep. It's her hands! I mean her It's her palms!
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Nope. Because there's no water at nighttime.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Oh, god dang it.
No, that's not it at all.
Okay, there's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because the water was off.
I got it!
She's afraid of water.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Drama! Drama in the class trial! Get those two people out of here!
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Well, of course not, because you're a fat parakeet. A lovable fat parakeet. Mwah.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheet would have to have been the one without the sword. Wait a second. Well, of course, Sayaka didn't have the sword, nor the sheet. So the killer was the one with the sheet. So that means that's... So that will leave Sayaka with the...
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Yep.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Which means Sayaka was the one who attacked first. Sayaka wanted to murder the murderer?
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
It all makes sense.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Wait a second. Yes, that's true. What are you trying to say? No.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms
No.
was so that she could pin the crime on you.
No.
Is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying.
That's why she didn't invite the murderer. That's why she didn't invite that person to her own original room.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Of course. That would implicate Makoto.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Is it just that?
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Oh, shut it.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Indeed. Including that sword.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
You can't say that, Makoto. Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Oh yeah, alright.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. No. There's one thing left, Makoto. There is one thing left. It is one of these.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
You think you have some proof that contradicts what I said? Ah, damn it. At least I gained some help back.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Nope, there is one more clue.
No, that's wrong.
Judgment! I love that moment.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message. Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Just that timing.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Indeed there is. There is indeed a clue about who the killer is hidden inside that dying message. But what could it be? Who could it be? Who knows? I certainly do not know. Or maybe I do.